Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, July 1st, 2020, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Uh, hey, we have been going along here for weeks and months with just everything almost going perfectly. Hardly, you know, hardly having any losing days, and we do have a losing day. They're very mild. Really haven't hit any rough waters at all, it seems like, in months. And today I just got my head handed to me really bad, but some of this was my fault and because of a mistake I made. So what I'm going to do, since these videos are supposed to teach you something, I'm going to fully disclose my mistake and just kind of try and make it a teaching moment for everybody. Because if I can make mistakes, anybody can make mistakes. So anyway, you can. We're looking at the Dow chart here. The Dow opened up positive. Uh, would look pretty nice right at the beginning, and then it started selling off and sold off kind of hard there right at the end. Ends up down 78, but there's nothing in this Dow chart that would indicate that we should have any particular problems today. Uh, we had big, I had big problems. My customers didn't have quite such bad problems. Here's the deal. I told you yesterday, if you watched the video yesterday, that yesterday, of course, was the last uh, day of June, and I have a June portfolio, and then I had a new July portfolio to start trading today. And the normal process is we trade our June portfolio through the last day of June, and then if we have positions from June, we get out of those on July 1st, but our new entries are with the July portfolio. That's the way I tell my customers to do it. But for some reason, yesterday I waited about 90 minutes into June 30th, and when I didn't get any buy signals for the June portfolio, I deleted all the charts and put in my July charts. In other words, I started trading the July portfolio yesterday. Ah, and was that a big mistake? That mistake appears to have cost me about $21,000. And I would still have that $21,000 had I not made a mistake. So the teaching moment here is follow the rules. If you're going to trade, you got to be disciplined. You set up certain rules, and you need to follow them. And I told all my customers exactly what to do about this switching over from June to July. I hope they all followed my rules, because if they did, today wasn't nearly so bad for them. But I broke my own rules, and it really got my head handed to me. So what does the statistics look like? Well, they look absolutely horrible. Um, I closed out $20,000 in losing trades, and got into 10 new positions, one positive, nine negative, and I'm carrying negative almost $17,000. So we're basically looking at a $37,000 losing day. Haven't had a day like that in months. Okay, had it today, but again, it should have been more like maybe a $17,000 losing day. Um, but instead it's a $37,000 losing day because of my mistake. Um, so let's just look at, I'll show you two of the trades that I should not have been in. In this first one, this is from the July portfolio that I started trading yesterday when I should not have been trading it yesterday. This is WKHS, which is Workhorse Company, I believe. Yeah, Workhorse, WKHS. And I bought this yesterday, and you can see what happened. It made a little high here, started selling off, closed at a loss, and then big downside thing, getting me out of this thing almost at the bottom of low tick of the day, and then of course it rallies, actually rallied up to a point where I would have been profitable if somehow I would have known what was going on. I don't. I followed the system, but following the system with Workhorse today cost me $16,000, a $16,000 loss. Now, I'm in defense of this stock. If you wondered why is such a horrible stock in my portfolio, had I added, this is what's really painful, had I added that stock 2 days ago, I would have taken out a $34,000 profitable trade in this. And of course, if I had a $34,000 profitable trade of this $16,000 loss this morning would not be so bad. But again, it's the July portfolio, and I could have just escaped all this by simply following my own rules and not taking this trade yesterday. And of course, if I had done that, it would have been in the portfolio today, but I would not have taken a trade. So, lesson is follow your rules. I've got to show you one more. I just got this is um, kind of torture, but I will anyway. This is GSX, which is Tech GSX Tech Education Incorporated. And again, like Workhorse, bought this on the pop yesterday. It made a high, started selling off, then big downside gap this morning, and taking me out of there. And I lost $5,100 on that. So between the Workhorse trade and the GSX, I lost $21,000, and neither of these trades should have been taken. It wasn't my system. I was taking July trades on the last day of June, and if I'd taken just the June trades, I actually would have made a small profit rather than have a $20,000 loss. So, again, follow your system, stick with the rules. You make money trading by being disciplined, and for some weird reason, I got undisciplined yesterday, and it really cost me a lot. I don't want to end this on such a pessimistic tone, so I will show you this is also in the June portfolio, but it should have been traded today. I did trade it today, sticking with the rules. This is TUP, which is Tupperware Corporation. Bought this right out of the gate this morning. It just kept going, screaming there, and we're up almost $5,000 in open trade equity in Tupperware. So, lesson learned. Very expensive for Bob, but I'll survive. We had a fantastic month last month, and I still think we can turn July into a fantastic month. and I will be more disciplined. This is Trader Bob signing off. I'll see you tomorrow on Thursday.